Hey there, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm King 5 meteorologist Adam Claybon. A bit of a cooler day. Yeah, we saw a lot of those clouds. And another thing, too, which was kind of different for the first time in a while. We saw that patchy mist and heavy drizzle that was across some of our area. And that did help to produce some measurable rainfall in a few spots, and including here out at SeaTac Airport. You see that 0.01, so 1/100th of an inch of rain. Well, that will be the first measurable rainfall that we have seen since June the 26th. And the first measurable rainfall of the month here in July, which there have been 5 times that in recorded history that we have not seen any measurable rainfall. So it's not completely out of the ordinary, but it's not something that happens all that often either. And yeah, typically July is a dry month too. So that might be our one and only chance of getting some rainfall here for the month, because things are going to dry out here as we head on into the next few days. But we do have another opportunity of maybe seeing some of that patchy mist, heavy mist too, early tomorrow morning, or a few sprinkles. We're going to tell you about that here in a second. But did mention also that we were a bit cooler, low 70s across Bremerton, Tacoma, mid 70s there in Puyallup, while seeing 60s farther to the north in Everett, Port Townsend, Quileute coming in at 61, 63 in Hoquiam. So what's ahead for us here as we head into the weekend? Let's go ahead and talk about that. Next couple of days, we're going to stay comfortably in more of the 70s for highs. Some cloud coverage during the next couple of mornings, but less of that cloud coverage as we head into Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon, or at least it burns off a bit earlier. And then we'll see that trend continue into Sunday as we get up to the upper 70s. And then here comes more of that summer-like weather, and it gets kind of warm, maybe low to mid 80s for highs as we head later on into next week, although we are going to drop back down to the upper 70s as we head into next Friday. Out this way towards Westport, check out the skies trying to break apart, trying to give us a little more of that blue sky right before the end of the day, but do expect the clouds to come back there and continue to stay here. Looking at our LaPush camera as you head on here into the evening, we're going to see clouds return here at Granite Falls. Mount Pilchuck covered at least the top of it by a little cloud coverage, but check out the crispness of some of those blue skies. We've had some of that wildfire haze now begin to scoot on out of here with more of that westerly and that onshore push coming back around for us. Similar story for us here in Tacoma. Crisp blue skies, Mount Rainier off to the distance. You can see things looking pretty nice as you head down closer to the Tacoma Dome. And for us here in Everett, well, not a whole lot different for us there either after seeing some of those clouds beginning to work their way on out of here. Now, looking to the south, it looks a lot clearer and sunnier than if you were looking to the north. We do have these clear skies with us here for a while, and we're going to keep things clear into the first part of the night. So those temperatures in the low 70s as of about 6 to 7 o'clock here into the evening will drop quickly back into the 60s and eventually into the 50s. If you are going to be out here, concerts or whatever other plans you might have later on this evening, make sure that you have something to cover the arms, because those winds will kind of be breezy at times too. Here come more of the clouds late into the night, especially after midnight, and we'll see more of them into the earlier part of tomorrow as those temperatures are in the 50s. Now, check out the change in temperatures from at this point yesterday. Down by about 7 degrees in Everett, 3 degrees in Bellingham. You can see up by a few degrees out over the Olympic Peninsula. But thing is, it's still cooler than average. Typically, we should be in the upper 70s, and we see a lot of low 70s and 60s here across the board for many spots. 64 in Port Townsend. You got the 50s and the 60s out there towards the coast. Now, here's radar. And what we saw this morning is what we could possibly see again tomorrow. And what you can see right here are a few speckles of green. Those are returns showing up on the radar, indicating there's some moisture up that way around Vancouver Island, extreme southern parts of BC right now. And that will be a weak frontal boundary that's going to slip on to the south here as we head on into the night. Mostly what we're going to see out of it will be just a thick band of clouds. You can see that here looking at Futurecast tonight. Some of that beginning to head its way southward. This is 10 p.m. You can see that more over areas of Clallam County, Skagit and Whatcom County, the parts of northwest interior. And then as we go past midnight and into early tomorrow morning, that thicker band of clouds is right overhead for many spots here closer to the Kitsap Peninsula, as well as areas here over Puget Sound. Now that's getting closer to tomorrow morning around sunrise, around 5 to 6, 7 o'clock. And then here we are at 9:30. You can still see some of that around. There is limited moisture. So just like this morning where we did have some of those patchy sprinkles, some of that heavy mist, that will be something that we'll keep an eye out for tomorrow morning. It shouldn't be a big issue as far as really ruining any plans, but something that you might have to be aware of is because it might be a bit damp if you're heading out early tomorrow morning. Now that all breaks apart, and as we head into the afternoon, 3 to 4, 5 o'clock, things start to clear out yet again, and we'll continue to see more of that again heading on into Sunday morning. It does start to come back in a little bit, but I think some of the moisture connected with that front will be making its way on out of here, and we'll notice things dry out and clear out a bit earlier into Sunday, and then warm up a little more because of that as well. Now, check out what's happening in the skies when it comes to our wildfire smoke. We cleared a lot of it out of here over the past day or so because of more of this westerly flow that's returned. So Lake Cushman, you can still see some of that fire smoke there helping to produce some haze, but many of us are not really seeing much across the skies at all. And as we head throughout tonight into the day for tomorrow, here we are tomorrow at 6 to 7 o'clock, and then even into Saturday afternoon, that shouldn't really have much of an issue when it comes to not only just the haze in the sky, but definitely when it comes to that air quality. No degradation because of that. We should keep things pretty nice and clear. Now, we did get the measurable rainfall today. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I think our chances are pretty limited, again, as they typically are during the month of July, because we do have this trough of low pressure that's going to be staying out over the Gulf of Alaska. For us, we're going to be too far away from it. Ridge of high pressure builds in, and so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, check out all the clear skies really taking shape for us here across the Pacific Northwest. Clear skies, plenty of sunshine because of that. That means things are going to warm up and stay fairly sunny and nice as we head on into that stretch of time. Here we are into Wednesday and then into Thursday. You can start to notice some moisture showing up across the mountains, across more of the higher terrain in the Cascades, but still looks like we're going to keep things very, very quiet and most of the moisture well away from us here as we go throughout that stretch of time. So next 3 days for you. Weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Gradually seeing more sunshine, especially as we head on into more of Sunday. Temperatures in the mid-70s on Saturday, back into the upper 70s by the time we head into Sunday. And then next work week, we're back into the low 80s for those afternoon temperatures. Here are your temperatures for tonight, though. Could be a bit cool in a few spots. Low 50s around Tacoma, Puyallup down to 51, 52 in Hoquiam, 53 in Everett. Could even see a few upper 40s up this way across extreme northern parts of Clallam County. The Airport Angeles dropping down to 48 degrees. And then your highs for Saturday, 70 degrees heading into Bellingham. Blaine will top off at about 70. Your high of 70 in Orcas Island will be just shy of 70 degrees there. 74 in Arlington, also into the mid 70s. 73 in Maltby. We'll get up to 71 in Linwood. Clinton up to 70 for your high. Low 70s around Kingston, Paulsville. Bainbridge Island getting up to 74 there. Des Moines up to 74. Seeing more low 70s around Issaquah and in Snoqualmie. Enumclaw hitting a high of 73 degrees. Down this way around Belfair, Puyallup, Eatonville, low to mid 70s for a lot of your numbers there. We continue down through the Chehalis Valley where you can see more of those low to mid 70s. Pretty comfortable forecast. It's just trying to get those clouds out of here early enough to enjoy the sunshine as we go later on into the day. 60s out towards the coast and seeing 50s and 60s farther north here to Holo. Ocean Shores up towards Claylock at 60 degrees. Nia Bay at 59 and topping off at 65 in Hump Tulips. Lake Cushman up to 72. Shelton will be at 73 and Quilcene looks like we'll get up to about 73 degrees. Squim looks like we'll top off at 66. Here's your 7-day forecast. Highs in the mid 70s, so staying fairly comfortable and still slightly cooler than the averages here for Saturday and Sunday. Then we'll get back slightly above average heading on into next Monday through Thursday with highs in the 80s and plenty of sunshine ahead.